Well, hello there and welcome. How many good books do you read a week, a month, or in a year? It's a very good question. Statistics says that majority of the people walking this planet, at least in the, western part, read one book a year or less. I think that's quite shocking and it's not a good thing. Why? Because books provide us with knowledge, with wisdom, with thoughts of other people and experiences, and they are one of the important tools that we have in our personal development arsenal and inner life to educate ourselves. Majority of the books that we read in school or when we study don't really bring added value to our life. And in this video, I'd like to talk about a little bit more about why it's so important that we educate ourselves and read books. There are so many benefits of reading books. And I'd like to encourage you to, if you haven't started reading yet, every day, at least a bit of something that inspires you, something that will teach you something new, that you should start doing that. It changed my life when I started reading because when I was 21, I dropped out of school. I hated books, I hated school, and later on I figured out why. It was because there was nothing of interest to me in the books. I didn't like mathematics, I didn't like physics, I didn't like, rational things, let's put it that way. I was always more interested in language, in history, in psychology, philosophy, and things like that. And I didn't read much about that when I was in school. And nobody was encouraging me to read on those subjects. And then I started, after, I was out of school for a year, I was working, and I started reading something that was of interest of mine. I started reading monetary history. And I figured out that I am very, very much interested in what's happening in the financial markets, what's happened throughout the history, how money became to be and things like that. And this is something that started to encourage me to really find the value in reading books. And the first advice that I have, and I believe why majority of the people don't read, is they don't find anything that would encourage them, that would inspire them, that would, motivate them to do something good in this life. And once you start reading something that is, beneficial for you, that is, of interest of yours, I believe you will grow to love reading books. And yes, after that, I started reading on psychology, philosophy, and I started devouring books. And I figured out that I really love learning new things and knowledge. And I believe in the core, we are all eager to learn new things. And reading books is one of the great tools that we have. And it's super beneficial from many, many perspectives. Because when we read, our vocabulary expands. When we read, we gain new knowledge, new insights. When we read, especially if you write down notes, we think, we come up with new ideas. When we read, we feel calm usually. So there are many, many benefits of reading physiologically and psychologically, as well as, expansion-wise, let's put it that way. So I really would like to encourage you to read the books, to find something that interests you and find the time, because it will help you grow, it will help you expand, it will help you learn things that you're passionate about, and this will also give you the advantage in the industry you're part of. This is one important thing as well. Majority of the professionals, majority of the people, if you read just 3 books on the subject, you will gain more knowledge on that subject than 90% of people. Which means that, just by a little bit of effort, it can give you a lot of edge in the real world, right? And when you're trying to find a new job, or when you're trying to, do something new, as well as in your personal life and in your growth. So this is a video where I try to encourage you to read more. And yes, this will be it for this week.